Okay. All right, y'all still there?
Yes.
Okay, so that sound pretty decent. You know, also you guys, when you have to reprint, if we have tax profession, I mean, we've done somebody's taxes that you have given them a copy of their records. When they come back and you have proof, that's why we got documents I'm gonna talk about in a moment. When they come back to you, that's gonna be $25. As a matter of fact, I charge a lady $50. She hadn't been to me and like she switched and then she called all happy, go lucky. You know, you did my taxes in 2017, 2016 or something, and I needed another copy of them. Are you gonna charge me? Yes, ma'am, that's $50. So I transferred her files to her, period. I don't know if I did them or not, but she was gone. So she got charged $50. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, so y'all let me know if you want this appointment. That's why I have a question mark there, because if you don't want the website to do like that, Lord have mercy. That internet, I think that's, y'all go out when my internet says it's unstable. So if you guys are not going to utilize that, I'm not going to carry that expense. You just have to let me know. Okay. All right. Next. Y'all very silent tonight. I guess y'all will stop me when I start lying. Okay. Let's look at employee instructions. Okay, education. As far as education, I'm concerned, I think your main education is going to come from RS. So that's the main source. And even if it's not this, what I'm training looks good on paper. So we got to always act as though RS and the state is looking at us, okay? So your first training is going to be RS. For the state, you got to go to your Department of Finance, whatever your state income tax that you're doing, and let that be your first resource of information. Although if it's like the state of Arkansas, they're very limited on how they share their information. It's hard to find. But EPS compliance test, that's the one I asked to be done by Friday and submit it to me. And then I'm going to check it to see if you got it wrong or right, and tell you how many you missed, and go back and take a look at what you missed so you can understand it, the difference or what have you the next time. Now, so compliance test, as far as the bank is concerned, that is a mandatory thing for anyone who is working with me under my ERO. You have to take that compliance test. Okay, there's no choice. You have to have that information. The next thing is when you go on Drake software, and I'm gonna talk I'm gonna talk about Drake in a moment, so don't worry about that. Just kind of listening in right now. But when you go to the Drake software, there is an e-training center. You got some self-study courses. So you have information that you access to that you can go in and look up, and really they got sample tax returns on there, and you can stretch this thing as wide as you want to. I've given everybody access to Drake. Everybody can use their username and passwords and get into Drake and find that information. You should have been able to find how to use that and utilize that by now. I know Kevin and Nargis does. And so use that, because that's a great handy tool. The next thing is, yes, the annual federal tax refresher course. We need to do that again. Everybody needs to do that again. And boy, you have a deadline, and I know that's at the last minute. So y'all do your best not to wait until the last minute. When it's done, please send your certificates to the office. The RS webinar training, just simply want to let you know that when you get your PTIN numbers, you start getting information from IRS. That's great information. It's great information even for marketing, because if you go there and they have their information up, you can read a little paragraph, copy and paste that paragraph, put it on your page. Don't put the whole thing out there. Put 1 or 2 lines. Some of y'all start talking too much. When you market and don't read a lot, look at some of the things that you think they're most concerned about, then find some unique information that they send out that you can just put a line on there, put your Shekinah taxes, hashtag, contact me, whatever it is. Y'all know more about how to do that than I do right now. I'm not thinking, but we all need the same hashtag. So if anybody want to come up with that and send it to me, please do, okay? So that everybody can be led to the same thing, okay? Drake Software has a help button and videos as you are preparing tax returns, okay? Updated PTIN number. So I think I already sent that out in your email. I got one person that has updated their PTIN and emailed that to me. I had one person who's done their test and emailed that to me. I'm looking for the rest of you to have your homework done and sent to me by Friday, because we're building our records, and I really don't want to be in the tax season last minute. I have put myself on deadlines, and so I'm getting the office straight and some more things done, and I need to get that in and get that done and out of the way. Professional pictures for marketing. If I don't want to use anything that doesn't have. I think last year I asked you guys to take pictures in either blue or purple or a combination, a professional picture, and send that to me. I may even, if I can, I may even just do that at but see, I want to get the marketing out now, but I do want to take pictures when we're in the conference, okay? So I want you to dress with those colors, business-like, so that we can take those pictures, because I may have a professional there to take them, or I do professional photography. I can take y'all's and somebody turn around and take mine, but I want them to look a certain way for our marketing all the way through. And once we get one good picture, 2 or 3 good pictures of us doing things, then we don't have to go back until you get dumpy, skinny, bald head or something like that, and that ain't you. So please work with me on that. Please be conscious of that, because again, I'm marketing the tax side, and you guys know that branding is important, that everything looks the same, and that's a requirement. Okay. Now I want to put this up. Just trust. Okay. Trust is very important with me. I know that this stopped, so I have to get it back every time this internet does something. I hadn't done that in a while. Baby, please try to get her. Okay, please don't let her do that. Okay, so trust. My expectations is the first one. I just simply expect us to be as adults and to be trustworthy. There are some things that I don't have control over at this point. You as a tax preparer, you got a PTIN number. You can go solo at any time you want to and do somebody's return, okay? And I don't get to 30%. But I'm asking, if you do go solo, don't use my software and don't connect it to my EIN number, because I'm sure you guys can see that wouldn't be fair at all. But that's the only way I have. Right now, I cannot monitor your customers. I do not have the server connected to see the work that's being done on everybody's end, okay? So me and Kevin, when we first started, they told us how, but it was impossible. I'm not sure how that worked. But I expect you to be trustworthy, as I am working to be fair about what you deserve as a tax professional, okay? And you can bring that to my attention. As well as I'm working for you to trust me as well, okay? Because I know that's a big deal, and that's a big deal for everybody. So working on regulations and measures as I grow, I just have to. So I'm working on them. That probably won't be this year, I can tell you. When I say working, I mean I might have a year or 2 away, because you got people, And I have to do that because now I got people that's literally in my inbox from everywhere saying they want to do taxes with me. Well, I can handle you few, but the rest of them, you're gonna have to help me. You're the grassroots, and we just gotta move. I gotta put some things in place. So that's a big jump in an investment. The only way I can really see this is to license every office. You guys let me know, because that is something I want to make a major leap for doing, and I can license in your area and go ahead and put up a Shekinah office. Shekinah taxes can be done even if you have your office, but I can license that office, and you actually be totally independent of me. Okay, so if that's something you want to do and just keep the records and so forth, then, and you have an interest in that, y'all shoot me a text, not an email on that. Just shoot me a text. And while we're at it, shoot me a text on the size you wear in a shirt and jackets, not dress shirts, but like long sleeve t-shirt or sweatshirt, blazer. Please shoot me a text on the size. I'm looking at something. Okay, you can prepare a oh, that's done. Okay, so then I want to just say thank you for being men and women of integrity and trust, and I appreciate everybody and what you bring to the table. Okay, now before I do that, I know that some of you are kind of stagnated in your marketing and your customers. You don't have a large customer base. You got to understand that you are independent. Like, I'm not H&R Block. They've been here all without Jackson Hewitt, but get this, I got that in mind. After a while, Shekinah's tax division just may be in a Walmart near you. Okay, so because we ain't stopping. I ain't dead yet. But let me tell you something. It means you have to market. That's why I'm suggesting to you that once I put that list out, you really send people that list, and you really send them to make appointments with you, because some of you are talking too much. If this is not you, don't take this, okay? But if it's for you, then this is for you, okay? But you're giving them too much information about taxes for them to want to be your client. The next thing is your marketing has to be consistent. Kevin, could you come on just a minute, baby? Please, what y'all blowing the horn? I can't believe that. Kevin, can you come on just a moment? And just share. Kevin does a magnificent job. I don't think I've seen a bunch of his videos this time. You don't have to. He did a lot of planting to get people towards him. But can you give just I don't know, maybe a mistake we might be making, or 1 or 2 pointers that we need to initiate in order to gain our own customers? Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know. Is everybody there?
We're here.
Okay. 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 Well, one thing he does. Okay, Miss Lambert, you want to say something, because you have quite a few clients too. Okay, good.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, she said, no, I'm fine. No, Miss Lambert.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but no, I nothing. Go on.
Well, I want somebody else, because we have Ron, which he got some clients too, but we've got Mary, Joseph, Chris. I think it'll help them to understand building too. Tell us, Miss Lambert, how do you get your customers like you do?
Well, I've been preparing taxes for a minute. So
Okay.
over the years, some has stayed. When I made a transition to Shekinah Services, of course, I lost some customers. Customer I've had 30 years. decide to do something different because they were
Mm-hmm.
just used to a certain way and wasn't willing to make the transition. But even at that, continue to advertise word of mouth. Let them know the advantages of what you have to offer. So you may lose some, but you also can gain some.
Okay. Which brings me to this. Kevin's mic is messed up, so he can't, he's great. Hopefully I can get him to, at the conference, get him to do a little marketing, tax marketing presentation for us and share some of his tips with us, okay? Um, I think he's saying something else. I'm on the chat. I'm good. I'm better at seeing chats, that's for sure. Now, how to get to him is another story. Oh, yes, he said he can. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So that's going to be a segment that he'll go over with us that will help us all understand how we can get our information out there, okay? So, but just remember, you're independent. So your customers are your customers, and you build that, and that'll work for you. I can just say it. It's good little extra change, okay? Now, the software that we use, everybody else knows, y'all know that this is for the sake of Run, mainly because he's new, but we use Drake software. I have been offered, y'all can send me something if you see something that's better that I have not seen on the market. But I've had 2 or 3, 4 different software companies, tax software companies contact me. I went over their stuff. Looks pretty good, but it's like once you gotta, once you with somebody, it's kind of like I'm not really in the mood to change unless it's really something major that they're bringing to the table. And I never saw anything major that anybody was bringing to the table. I saw it confusing myself. But this is what our Drake software looks like. The self-study courses are there. You can choose your courses. You can get CPE from them. Guys, I think it's 6 hours. If I'm wrong, let me know. Only 6 hours. But my goal is, since we're meeting those 2 days, my goal is to take some of this information that I'm going to go ahead and get the hours for and everything. And my goal is to do this in the training that we have, so you don't have to worry about it as much, okay? Getting it through Drake. I'm going to bring some of this information to the table, and we're going to train on that, like ethics, due diligence, these kind of things. So if you don't want to worry your head with that, we're going to do that at the conference, and I'll let you know if you really have to if we can get away with you having to go through those hours and stuff again, okay? The only thing that I know of and I really require is an annual refresher course. That'll be enough for me, okay? Now, you can always on your own extend the information. Plus, you also can go to tax school. I'm going to send you guys that information on tax school. It would be nice if we all went together, and then we could talk about the different things in the workshop, what we learned, what we didn't learn, what we need to tweak, okay? And I'll send you the information for the tax school. Okay, I'm trying to advance my screen. All right, now, employee instructions. All files must be submitted to the main office. There's the address. And I ask that we do it monthly at the end of each month. So you know who's behind, you know who. And this is instructions because I don't have your office's license. I have to have a copy of those files where if IRS auditors come in or even EPS, they can also come and audit and do mystery shops with me. If they ask for that file, it has to be in my person somewhere. So I'm trying to think that that the paperwork I'm trying to see if we can do a Google Drive where you can share if I know y'all's mic messed up, but I think Nargis said that she does Google documents and people are filling it out online. If they are filling it out, then that's a way for you guys to transfer that to me if y'all are going to electronically fill that information out. And I also have electronic files in which I can share access and name everybody to it. And I pay a fee and you can use that. But that's going to take Chris, Kevin, and Joseph to tell me how this working, because I tried last year and I'm not sure how successful I was with that. I really, really tried, but I didn't have, Yolanda and I didn't have good success on making that happen, but she had access, okay? Nonetheless, though, some kind of way, we've got to get a drive so that all of your information for your clients is in my access, okay? If it has to be on a disk, a junk drive, and I label it, put it somewhere where if they ask for it, I can call it up, then do so, but I gotta have them. Employees are responsible for your own supplies, but any supplies at the office can be used, okay? So there's a time if you needed to come to the office and work, the doors are wide open. You can come on in and you can work. If you need me to be there with you to get something done, I'm there. If you want to be there for advertisement, we love getting together and taking pictures and hey, we're working and getting ready for this year, all that kind of stuff. So you're very welcome. I love it. We're gonna have fun. All advertisement must be branded with Shekinah Tax Services. Somewhere I'm ERO. This is Shekinah Services Taxes, and I'd like for that. Even if you're sharing your own logo somewhere, Shekinah needs to be somewhere there because I'm the ERO office, and that's the direction we're in. My liability is for everybody that is tax professional, regardless. All those files come to me. All those are under my ERO number. I'm responsible for everything, okay? So that's why we're trying to take precautions now from the trainings I've had online. That's some RS conversation. Now, okay, so I just got this up here about Drake being a #1 software company, and I really do think that they're good. When we get together, you guys, I'm actually going to go through some stuff that I don't know if you guys took the time to use with Drake, but every year I find out something else, like the backup system, the preseason letters, the post letters, all those things where all your clients you can send out, generate those letters and shoot them out in the mail. I actually encourage you to do that. On my end, I have all of y'all's, but I don't send those letters out for you. But I have access to all your client information. It will put your addresses on there, and everything. So, we might as well take advantage of the software program. You have it. And so I run up on stuff and go ahead and start using it every year. I have provided you with the serial numbers. You'll see what I'm talking about. The first week in December, I should be able to download the 2019 software, and then I can give you that information. But we can do back taxes all the way up to 2012. And this is the information to get into Drake and to download that. Everybody's familiar with that. And I'll run through it when I'll need to make an appointment with you, Run, so that I can walk you through the download. Okay, our bank product is EPS again. Like I said, I've been with them for 13 years. I really didn't have any complaints until this year. They took my money, and I forgave them because, again, I don't like going different places, and I kind of looked in other things, and they charging different fees that I don't like for me to carry their products, and so I stay with EPS. So tax refunds and e-filings are required in order to receive EPS tax bank products, okay? Tax refunds and e-filing. And that just means that a person has to have at least enough money on their return to cover the filing fees and which includes your fees. So that's what that statement means, that if they are negative, okay, if they're going to owe IRS, then you won't be able to use the bank product to deduct your money. You'll have to get your money from them up front. And I suggest don't play with it, because folks will not pay you. So even if you work it up, you know, I'm going to this year also a procedure where they're gonna have to pay at least half of those fees up front, because I got people stiffing me, and we're gonna have to close that out. So I'm suggesting to you guys to do the same, unless you just really, really know they're gonna come back and pay you. But they're gonna have to start paying me something up front, especially if in that interview with them, you wanna know if they even suspect owing taxes. And some people know that up front. Some bank fees are required in collection. So it's just like any other Jackson Hewitt and all the rest of them. The bank charges different fees, and it has to be attached to return. People are used to that. They're going to pay a small fee if they go online and do it. You know, they're attracted because it says free. And most of them, when they get on there, they're not free. Because if they get past the EZ form or Schedule 1, then now they're not free. They're going to have to pay something. The refund transfer is an option refund related product offered by MetaBank, which is insured by FDIC. And the refund transfer is not a loan. Okay, that's the RT. Y'all see all of that. Y'all know that. Ron doesn't. Fees apply for the collection, and the terms and conditions are listed in your software. One thing you have to remember on your compliance test is that we must reveal all the fees about our products up front to the client. The client does not have to use bank products. We can actually send their return through electronically without a bank product. However, the disadvantage to that, people, is that they have to pay you. So I don't send nobody's off until it's paid. And if it sit there on the desk, it is what it is. Some people will say, well, I'll pay you when the check comes in. I wouldn't trust that. I've had some do me like they ain't even been nowhere near me when the check came in. So that broke me up. No, we're not going to do you a favor. You're going to figure out how to pay. If you have to pay $50 a month, if it didn't take you 5 months to pay, then take me 5 months to file your return. All right. We are offering the e-advance. However, EPS said that they heard the customers. Listen, they heard you, Kevin. They really heard you on the Visa card, but they didn't adjust them enough for us to get them. So I'm not going to offer the Visa cards. I was trying to offer the Visa cards so that when you're in your area, you could get an advance, and that means that their money would go on that card, and you could have a card and just give that to them. Clients didn't like the fees that came with that card. Now, I'm going to tell you, as you know, I brought the rest of them do it, and they still get them cards and go on out and do what they got to do. They charge, they have them fees. But I did not get that. But now we got, where it was $250 last year or $300, the taxpayer refund advance can be started $500 and go up to $6,000 now. Okay. And that is available January 2nd. That's why I posted a little meme out there about the tax season already, because I wanted people to know that they could get refund advances. So you might want to start talking it up on your social media pages. Say something about, refund advances coming, and they will be available January 2nd. So the moment that hit, we can be taking returns for their advances, okay? Pre-acknowledgement or once IRS e-file opens in season. So pre-acknowledgement, really, I talked to the lady about that, and that just simply means you take the files. This is not by the last pay stub, okay? It's their information if they have their W-2s by then. So we're not taking their last paycheck stub. But it just means pre-acknowledgement means you think you're going to get this much money back. Okay, you think that you've done their return. you know that they're going to get $1,200 back. Okay, that's free acknowledgement. Or IRS e-file opens, which means that when IRS opens, then they still can get the advance. Okay, it doesn't open January 2nd. Generally it opens around the 28th of the month, last of the month. IRS says, hey, I got y'all files. I'm putting that money. I'm starting to drop the money. So I hope I didn't confuse you by that information. If I do, chat with me, open it up, say something, and I'll clear it up. Your customers can do the low advance amount, which costs them nothing. Okay. Your customer can receive refund advance at no additional cost, 500 or 1,000. Okay, that may be something. Y'all send me something we can advertise. You know, market, say it some different way. I heard someone, I saw that 5,000 or 1,000, no cost or something like that. But if they want a higher advance, which is determined if they want a higher advance, which is determined by the amount of return they're going to get, that does have interest on it. And they can get 25% of their money, 50%, or 75%, okay? Which is a refund that's expected from $1,250 up to $6,000, okay? $1,250 up to $6,000. A customer can get 25% of it, 55% of it, or 75% of it, but it does have interest on it, okay? Let's see, I think I put the interest on there. Did I put the interest on there? Here we go. Here's the interest. So the interest is this. It's nothing for $500 to $1,000, but if you get 20, 50, or 75% of your return, there's 36% interest on there. So let the client know if they're going to get an advance up to $6,000, they're going to have 36% APR. It is what it is. Okay? Any questions about that? Okay, I think that is it. Unless you have some questions, that is it. Just want you to know that session 1, this was session 1, 2, and 3 is going to be Friday, December 6th, 6:30, Saturday, 9 to 3. And it's going to be in the fellowship hall of my church. Okay, they've done something up at my office, and I can't even get it warm in that room, so I'm not going to even try that. And I'm just going to go ahead and pay a fee to the church to use the fellowship hall. Okay, that's all I have tonight. Do we have any questions or any comments? Anything I need to know, y'all? Please let me know. And then let me know if everything was clear. I already got this in a PDF file, but I'm gonna change the date up there that I did not change and put it on the email to you. All right, all minds are clear. Then we are going to stop the share and call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Goodbye.